FPS. This is playing at 30 FPS. You can just kind of tell that the enemies, they spawn more frequently. So the director of the game is responsible for what enemies show up in your run. Your FPS dictates how many credits the director has to spend on the map. So if you have higher FPS over here, you're gonna have way more enemies and way harder enemies. And on top of that, because of the physics that we just showed with the loader, enemies can sometimes attack straight up faster. Like Blind Pest, for example, could go pew, 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 instead of just like pew, pew. Game logic being tied to your FPS. Not the best idea. So this one, honestly, solid S tier bug. That is the creme de la creme. That is the pinnacle of bugs in game design. And because it's not even a bug, they had to go out of their way to program game logic and make it be tied to your frame rate. Like, they had to go out of their way. Solid S tier bug right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the first one. All right, the next one, aspect bricking your items. So this one, if you did not know, the elite aspects are a rare equipment drop that you can get from killing elite enemies. It takes your equipment slot and it turns you into that elite enemy. It's called an aspect. 81-minute run. Okay, so 81-minute run is probably like third loop. So like stage 12 or something. 442 hardlight afterburners, 68 meat hooks, 34 chance stalls, 43 wax quills, 85 monster teeth, 35 roll of pennies, 72 war banners, just the typical amount of loot you have, not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So this is tied to the aspect specifically. If you pick one up, apparently their drop rates are multiplied by 100 right now, 100 times increased drop rate. On top of that, when you do pick it up, apparently you just have to like stand on top of an item on the ground and then it just dupes it into your inventory. You don't even have to pick it up. You just stand on it. On top of that, when you go to the next stage, if you carry the aspect over with you, it has a chance to just straight up delete the items that you have. Not the duped items, just your items. They're gone. And I think if you leave it behind, it has a chance to do something else as well. So it's like, no matter what you do, as soon as you pick up an aspect and you like walk onto an item, like your run is just bricked. That's a pretty funny bug. You got to put that, honestly, that's like an A tier bug. It might be down here in B with loader. I'm gonna put that in A tier though. The next one is the seeker clipping. This one is, as far as I know, oh, it's an audio clip. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I've killed Mithrix on Seeker, I think like 10 times now. I've not experienced that, so it's not very widespread. But that's a pretty darn egregious bug, I would say. Now, is it gonna break your run? No, you can still kill him. It seems like, right? He's still taking damage, right? Oh no, he's not taking damage at all. So there might be another bug at play here, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a second. So we'll put the sound bug. That's like a C tier, honestly. The bug, if it's just the audio, not that big of a deal, right? You can deal with that. You can kill Mithrix. You can finalize it. Who cares? Not that big of a deal. But the next bug is the Mithrix Warped Echo bug. You can see here that I have a Warped Echo item. This is the new common item that is supposed to split half of the damage that you take, right? Half of it is dealt to you immediately as normal, and then the other half is dealt to you after 3 seconds. That's what it's supposed to do. On Mithrix, what happens, and there's a lot of game logic here. Here's a nice little flowchart here. So what's happening is something like this. This is what Tolly sent over to me. He's a very prominent modder in the community. I don't know exactly how to decipher this, but essentially, if you have a Warped Echo, if any character has a Warped Echo, it's basically trying to update the buff counter for the item, and it can't do it if you have another item that also has a buff counter that can't be fulfilled. For example, so Mithrix has a Warped Echo, you hit him, and it tries to proc, right? So it's like, okay, you have the Warped Echo buff, it's trying to give it to him, but Mithrix also has a Chronic Expansion. In this video, you see that I have both a Warped Echo and a Chronic Expansion. Chronic Expansion is another new common item. This one simply gives you a damage increase for every enemy that you kill in the past like 5 seconds, and it stacks repeatedly. Anyway, it gives you a buff based on you killing an enemy, is the point. And Mithrix hasn't killed anybody. So the problem is that you hit Mithrix when it has Warped Echo, it tries to give him the buff, but because the Chronic Expansion can never give him its buff, because he has to kill something for it to happen, it doesn't ever get past this point, and it never can set the Warped Echo buff counter to 1. Remember, the Warped Echo is the one that delays the damage. So what happens is you never get past this point, so it just keeps going back to this loop, and it just goes over and over and over and over, and then you just can never damage Mithrix. He steals all my items, he takes the Warped Echo and the Chronic Expansion, and then he's just straight up immune to all damage. And there's also some other shenanigans happening. I forgot about this. Hold on. Watch this.
Mithrix. Wait, you should definitely be doing
Watch
this
this
while he's stealing your items. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, and I got the bug.
Okay, this is the first time I've experienced So you literally lose your run. There's nothing you can do about it. And so far, it seems like it is a 100% reproduction rate. If you have a Warped Echoes, Mithrix takes it, and he has any other item in the game. It doesn't have to be the Chronic expansion, by the way. That's just one example. It could be any other item that can give him a buff. If it's currently not giving a buff, and then you hit him and he procs Warped Echoes, you will get the Mithrix invincibility bug, if that makes sense. Another S tier bug. Another S tier coming in. Gearbox. Holy moly, 2 S tier bugs, and we're not even like 10% of the way through the list. 2! Woo! Excellent. Let's go, baby. All right, the next bug. The Dead Seeker Revive bug. I'm sure this is. Oh, no. Yeah, so here we go. So on the Seeker, the new survivor, if you die while it doesn't even have to be at max stacks. It's just if you die while in meditate, you will not revive. You do die. You do lose the run if you're playing solo. This guy's here in multiplayer, so he's not done with the run, I'm sure. But you essentially revive as a ghost character. Wait, he can still play. Wait, you can still play in multiplayer. Interesting. So he was damaging that beta. So right here, I die and meditate. I'm flying around like it's normal, and then the death screen pops up, and I can still move around. You can see me right there jumping and moving and stuff. So while this bug is pretty funny, very easy to replicate, it's not very egregious, right? Your run is still done. As a solo player, you're dead. So I'll put this, honestly, down here. It's pretty funny, though. I think it's funnier than the Seeker audio stuff, so I'll put it in B tier. Solid B tier bug. Pizza audio. This one, Mithrix, the pizza attack, or the revolving doors right here. You can see very easily. It's very decent. Extremely decent. Not a big deal. Honestly, this might be... Why is it SABCF? D tier. Pizza audio bug might be a D tier. Might be a D tier. It happens every single time, and it's not that hard to deal with, honestly, because the visuals of pizza are still lining up perfectly. So, is it as bad as the Seeker audio bug? Probably not. You might want to put them in the same tier, though. I don't know. I think I'll put the pizza audio bug in D tier. I think that's a fair rating. Now, the Warped Echo double damage bug. Here we go. So, the Warped Echo, as we just described, is the item that is supposed to half the damage up front and then deal the other half back to you after 3 seconds. However, it's currently bugged in a different way, where you just straight up take full damage, and then it deals the same damage back to you after 3 seconds. So you essentially take double damage. All right, fall damage coming in hot. 3, 2, 1. 100. So I took 15 and went down to 15. Okay, let's try again. That gap was not 3 seconds. That is true. That did feel like a lot faster than 3 seconds. It's inconclusive to the double damage Warped Echo bug. A lot of people have been talking about it, so I believe it exists. It's just very hard to actually like pinpoint and get an example of it actually being bugged. Honestly, this is a pretty darn rootin' tootin' bug. It doesn't seem very widespread because it's hard to get examples of it, but taking double damage is pretty bad. So we'll put it in B tier. Solid B tier bug, huh? Yo, it's tied to FPS. You're right. All right, here we go. Ready? Hold. Yeah, how long was that? That was like 8 seconds at least, right? That was like 6 or 7 seconds. Oh my gosh. Bro, everything is tied to the FPS. We're back at 144. Watch this. Dude, come on. Come on. It's not just the director that is affected by the FPS of your game. It is quite literally everything. Anything and everything. Take your pick. It might not be everything at all times, but everything could be affected by FPS. It's a grab bag. Over there, it might be enemy damage. On this run, it might be the enemy movement speed. On this run, it might be the fall damage delay. On this one, it might be the Warped Echo. Like, dude, everything's affected by your FPS. Terrible. And that's why it's an S tier bug, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the next one. Items falling off the stage. If you did not know, the printers falling off the stage and whatnot is normal. It's specifically the printers. Now, the items that come from multi-shops and stuff, apparently Hopu patched this so that when they fall off the stage, they're supposed to come back up, and the scavenger bag as well. So you see it falls off, and it's gone forever. Honestly, kind of a skill issue. C tier. If you can see the items about to fall off and you do it, joke's on you. It's your own fault. C tier bug, honestly. Maybe even a D tier. I think that's a D tier bug, honestly. It's like, come on. You can see the items about to fall off, guys. It's going to happen. Don't buy it. It's that simple. The lantern logbook. This one's pretty funny. So inside of your logbook, no matter what you do, the bolstering lanterns entry is always highlighted, even if you click on it. 100%. It's just there. It's just there. Now, this is I think it's a 100% reproduction rate. I think everybody's lantern logbook is currently bugged. Honestly, like a solid C tier. It's pretty funny. Is it egregious? No, not at all. It's just kind of funny. It's there. C tier bug. I'll say it's a C tier bug. Acrid leap. Acrid's leap cannot collide with enemies, which is pretty bad. Obviously. So he just bounce off of enemies. Before, that was a very, consistent way to deal with flying enemies and some other like tankier foes. You just jump into them and deal some damage. Now you just kind of bounce off of them and do absolutely nothing. A tier bug. A melee character can now not access airborne enemies as well as they used to be able to. A tier. Spear knock back. I haven't seen this yet. Let's see this real quick. My good sir, welcome to the chump chateau. Quite a What is that, dude? What is this? Let's watch. Ew. Wait, can you kill the newt? What happens to him? Did he respawn? Why does the music fit so well? Wait, dude. Where's he going? Where's he going? They let him out. He's leaving. He's gone. He's out of here, dude. Yeah, so I had not seen that bug before. That's hilarious. That's an S tier bug. You can't tell me otherwise. That is absolutely an S tier bug right there. Beautiful. The new lunar item. Do we count this as a bug, boys? This is an intended gameplay mechanic. So the new lunar item, as you can see, what it's supposed to do is change all of the gold that you convert into instead your XP on your character to level up. And every time you level up, you can then buy an item on the zone for free. Essentially is how it works. So if you go into the gold portal and you have this item, it takes quite some time to exit because you have to continuously level up every single, like, even if you don't buy the items, you have to level up 7 times at a bare minimum to get out of there. And that's assuming you have damage to kill Aurelia Knight in one phase. So it's a soft lock in the sense that it takes a long time to get out, but it's kind of an intended gameplay mechanic. It might be an oversight. I feel like if Hopu had implemented an item like this, I think they would have left the mechanic like this, because it's not like you just accidentally pick up a lunar item. Like, it's an intended that you have to go out of your way to pick up a lunar. So I feel like they would have kept this mechanic in, honestly. This is like a pretty extreme edge case. You're not going to see a gold portal every run, right? And if you are, you're probably actively seeking that out as well. I don't think this is really a bug, honestly. If it is an oversight, it's not a big deal. I'll put it down in D tier. Down in D tier. Commando only. Wait, what? What is this? Let's go. That's my kind of bug right there, baby. Oh my gosh, that is wild. S tier for sure. No doubt in my mind. The S tier commandy bug. Let's go. Oops. All commando. Console logbook. I don't know what this is either. Let's take a look. Oh, that is the, okay. Yep. That looks pretty good to me. It's kind of like avant-garde, if you will. All right, console logbook is just borked. It's like a D tier, but who cares? Who's going on the logbook, guys? Who the heck's going on?
I am, you fuck.
No, you don't. No.
Yes,
D
me.
tier book. Terrible. Captain Diablo.
Yeah, what the hell?
Wait, Roach, don't go in there. Don't go in there. I put my Diablo.
Don't go. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Scary. That's scary. Oh, there it is. Oh my
the Diablo strike ability is invisible. Okay, so normally this big old, like, massive rod, the ramrod that comes down from outer space, it takes literally 20 seconds for this ability to hit the ground. 20! And that's because it deals 10,000% damage to everybody that's inside, allies and enemies alike. So it's literally invisible. That's pretty solid, man. That's like a solid A tier bug. That one, you could have some fun with that one. Cutscene damage. So this one,
oh my god.
Pretty sure I know what it is. Oh boy. All right, the final. Wait, I'm dying. You can take damage while in cutscenes. Pretty cool. No immunity. Now, is that relevant? Not really. There's not really a lot of times you're in a cutscene that you can take damage in the first place. So it's like a solid. It's like a D tier, probably high D tier. It's probably a little bit more fun than the Mythic pizza bug, right? Boss laser. What is this? Oh, dude, I'm dying. The boss laser scales in damage based on your frame rate. So the more frames you have, the faster it ticks its damage to you. Here we go. Slight duration there. I'm like infinite ability. Whoa. No. Oh, and the best part, these are not solid. Fun fact. The massive crystals that he spawns into the zone don't have a hitbox. So you can't line of sight the laser beam. No! Yeah. It doesn't. I think it's just overtuned damage-wise, so let's put it in C tier. All right, imp spikes. What are imp spikes? Wait, are you kidding me? Wait, why did I not know this? What is that? Does this work 100% of the time? I mean, it has to. He's on. You spawned him in stage 1. Oh my gosh. Is it only while you're on the ground? Because I've definitely been hit by the spikes. I've definitely been hit like as he threw them out, and I still got the bleed. All right, there you go. The spikes just straight up don't deal damage to you and don't activate. Now, what this means, spike pops still do damage, is that these have a duration. When the duration expires, they'll, they'll still do their damage in a little area. It's only if you're running. Wait, so if you're walking? Wait, you got hit there? Wait. He got, what is that? Yo, hold up. Whoa. We can't show that on stream. Hold on. All right, so yeah, it's only when the spikes are on the ground they do no damage. That's a pretty cool bug, honestly. Kind of helps you out. And it's 100% replication rate. You just walk over the spikes. They don't do damage till they expire with the duration. This one, I have to put it B tier. It's probably a little more fun than this other stuff, though. High B tier, high B tier. You can't look up. I actually have not experienced this. Let's see. I haven't really noticed. Oh, wait, no, you can definitely see it here. Wait, you can definitely see it here. That seems normal to me. All right, like that seems pretty normal to me. I think it's just because his head is in the way. It does. Wait, it's not giving you the. Didn't my character get like the opaqueness? Is it opaque? Gosh, I can't think of the word. Transparent. The transparency. Yeah, he's not transparent. Didn't it used to do it, or am I trolling? Yeah, they used to be transparent for sure, dude. 100%. So that's, I guess we can rename that bug, right? We can rename this to you no longer turn transparent. You no longer turn transparent when you look up. That's a pretty bad bug. That's a BB, if you know what I'm saying, a bad bug. And it's pretty detrimental. So honestly, this might be an S tier bug. But how many times are you standing like right under an enemy? We have to look straight up. Not very often. I'll put it in A tier. I'll put it behind the Captain Diablo. Low A tier for sure. Heretic warped. I don't know what this is.
Mountain Shrine. Yeah.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
So is that Safer Spaces plus Warped Echo, or just Heretic having Warped Echo? Because he has a Safer Spaces. I don't really know what's happening here. I'm gonna assume it's the invincibility bug. It's the same bug that's happening to Mithrix. Look, he has Warped Echo and Chronic right here. I bet you $10 this is the exact same bug that Mithrix has, because it might treat Heretic like slightly different. I don't know. It's checking Chronic expansion, and it is not able to update because you haven't killed anything. So then it just like breaks the Warped Echo, and then you get infinite damage reduction, something like that, right? And I think Safer Spaces is also going to be affected by that, right? So that would make sense to me. That it's the pretty much the exact same bug. So bam, up in S tier it goes. Up in S tier, baby. Head and head. Mithrix Warped Echoes, and you can get immunity to damage on Heretic as well. GG, baby. Rally Point Delta Teleporter. This one, that's pretty funny. Rally Point Delta Teleporter. So the way that this works is there is a node system on every single map, right? So that's how you get random loot spawns, is every single spawn is a node. And when you spawn into the map will decide based on the layout, right? Whether you got, on Rally Point Delta, for example, whether you got the closed crates or the open crates. If they're closed, it's supposed to then remove any nodes inside of it. You're not supposed to be able to get items, and the teleporter especially, trapped inside of a closed crate that you cannot access. Well, that's exactly what's happening. So you can have straight up inaccessible stuff inside of the Rally Point Delta crates, which hilariously also includes the new green item. The green item that when you take damage, you get down to low HP, it randomly teleports you somewhere. Guess what? It chooses a node. So you can get randomly teleported inside of a crate, and you can't do anything about it. GG. That one's pretty funny. And this is a 100% replication rate. It's just, whether or not you're going because the teleporter, more often than not, there are so many nodes to choose from. It's not going to be stuck, but it could happen every single run. Solid B tier bug. Probably top of B tier, honestly. Maybe even like low A tier. We'll go top of B tier. Xbox. Just Xbox. Boom. Now,
Box.
thankfully, this bug has been fixed already. But the Xbox main menu boss, if you did not know, for the first 3 days, right? We are in the 4th day, right? Because it came out on Tuesday. Yes, we're in the 4th day of the DLC. The hotfix just went live. So we'll say the first almost 4 days of this DLC, Xbox players literally could not play the game. You boot up the game and you cannot use the main menu to press single player to then play the game. The main menu boss, man. Has to be the pinnacle of all bugs, dude. How does this even happen? Because the code base was supposed to be unified at this point. Supposedly, the code base is unified across PC, Xbox, Xbox Series X, PS4, PS5. We all have the same exact code, supposedly. How does that happen? Xbox player, they were the only ones. No other platform had this issue. Just Xbox. Just Xbox. Like, that has to go down in the annals of gaming history as one of the worst bugs ever. You literally just cannot play the game. 100%, dude. Anals is a word, guys. The anals is a word. It's a word, dude. Is it annals? It might be anal. Is it annals? It's annals. Oh, it's anal. Joe, cut that out. Joe, cut that out. It's 2 ends. 2 ends. 2 ends, guys. 2 ends. Finally. Now, this might give the Xbox main menu boss bug a run for its money. Couch co-op. Think about this for a second. Imagine you're an Xbox player, right? Imagine you're at school. Tuesday, right? The DLC dropped on a Tuesday, so you had to go to school. Then you're talking to your friends at school. You're like, yo, dude, DLC just came out. Risk of Rain 2. No way, man. I love Risk of Rain 2. I know, bro. We're going to go home. We're going to play some Secrets of the Storm DLC. You ready, bro? Heck yeah, man. I'll bring my controller. Yeah, let's do it, baby. You guys go home. First of all, you boot up the game. Unplayable. You can't get past the main menu boss, right? You're on Xbox. Dang it, man. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? I was so excited. I know, man. I was so excited too. This is stupid. Then you wait patiently. You sit there. And then the bug is fixed. The main menu boss. Your friend goes to plug in his controller so you can sit there and play some juicy couch co-op that was advertised to you in the trailer for the DLC. Couch co-op, brand new feature. Play with your friends split screen. Let's go. It then deletes your entire save. That was the bug. That was the bug. You just plugged in a second controller and it literally instantaneously deleted your entire save. I'm not joking. That's the bug. That's it. You plug in a second controller, it wipes your save. It's unrecoverable. GG. That's it. Dude, we had to add another tier. Where's SSS tier? S plus. Go. What? It might. The couch co-op bug. The irreversible and instantaneous deletion of your save file has to be probably the greatest bug I've ever heard of in any game, honestly. Like, that is crazy that existed. How does that happen? Hope who tweeted about the DLC? Oh, gosh. Oh, no. What'd he say? This is definitely a bittersweet situation. It's great to see new content for the game, but it's hard to see the growing pains of the team in real time. It sucks for the fans who lost functionality of the game that they love. It also sucks for developers who are probably under a ton of stress and can't really celebrate the win of launching a new DLC. Bro, come on, don't say that. It's their fault. Oh, dude, he really hit him with a... We still believe that Gearbox is heading in the right direction. We still believe that Gearbox is heading in the right direction, that they have every intention of fixing the issues and listening to feedback. I know the people on the Gearbox team that care deeply about Risk of Rain. Definitely a hard situation for everyone involved. Sadly, I believe that most of these things would be not Gearbox's choice, but their owner's choice, right? Take-Two Interactive. Yeah. Take-Two killed Kerbal Space. What do they do to Kerbal Space Program? How do you mess up Kerbal Space Program? The game about the stupid little, like, beans going to space? They removed the entire team. What? Wait, wasn't it, like, super popular? Yeah, man. Okay, here's the thing about trusting Gearbox. Maybe, like, some of the ideas are not bad for the DLC, right? Some of the ideas are not terrible. A lot of them are, unfortunately. Like, they're just not well implemented. The items, the survivor, the balance, like, some of the stuff's pretty bad. I don't know, man. I don't know if they're headed in the right direction because there are so many issues with the game, fundamentally, that shouldn't have been there, that how can we say they're headed in the right direction? Take-Two Interactive. Let's just call them the publisher. Gearbox is both technically the developer and the publisher. However, the problem is that Gearbox doesn't have their own autonomy. They are owned by a different company that can do whatever they want. They can just, at a whim, wipe Thanos snap the entire dev thing, you know, if they wanted to. Gearbox does have the duty, I guess we'll say it like that, to make the content as good as possible. Obviously, it's going to take time to get there. But dude, can we really excuse tying game logic to FPS? Like, is that a crunch thing? Was that like oh shoot, dude, we only have 6 weeks to get it done now? Ah, shoot, let me just do this real quick. Tie the FPS counter. No, no, absolutely not. You can't make an excuse for that, man. You can't. And I understand, like, I'm not flaming Hopu here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not flaming this guy at all. Like, he's trying to be diplomatic as possible. I totally understand his point of view. But nah, man, I don't think the content is necessarily, like I said, even if all the bugs were fixed, I would still give the DLC like a 6 out of 10. Like, it's all right. It's mediocre. It's not bad. It's not good. It's mediocre. Oh, that's true. Outsourcing code too. Yeah, that's a massive thing in tech world. The studios are not coding things in-house. They just outsource it for way cheaper labor. There's so much communication that has to be done that is just not done
Gearbox
straight up.
Live right now.
When you have stuff like that. Gearbox is live? They're live at PAX. Dude, they're not gonna talk about... Bro, if they mention the DLC one time here... That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.
6. Please listen carefully for your number. 99.
My number, who's doing this? Hey. Hey. Blue shirt. Blue shirt, can you hear me? All I know is that number that shows up on that screen, that's better be nothing else. But not
Please
this.
listen carefully for your number. 97.
There we go. There we go. I'm done. Call Miguel. I'm at the DMV, Miguel. Hell, why boy keeps using the wrong number. No, yeah, he's done. He's done. Yeah. No, yeah, he'll be counting stars once I'm done with him.
Sir, it automatically chooses the number 4.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna hurt you first. That's not right. What does that mean?
Sir, is the number upside down?
What'd you say? Oh, how about that?
I know people who are
All right, guys, we're going to get right back into combat where we left off last week. Zach, you're up.
Hey, maybe actually hit something this time. Yeah, dude, I mean, I can only give you so many of my inspirations. Maybe you should just play a wizard with magic missile instead of a fighter.
22 rolls.
What?
I rolled a d20 22 times and not once was it above a 10. Do you know the probability of that happening?
Hey, Zach, we're just busting your chops.
I do. It's 0.0000023% chance, or 1 in 4 million.
Maybe it's your dice. Is that an advent calendar?
Yes, and every time I roll bad, I'm grabbing a new one and putting the old one in the Dan Aykroyd Skull Vodka bottle of shame.
That's a lot of dice.
I know.
Okay, Zach, take your action.
I'm gonna take a swig. What sin have I committed to deserve this fate? I'll take my second attack.
Oh. Does an 18 hit? Sick.
All right, guys, we're going to get right back into combat where we...
Wait, what?
And here's how Guardall works. Now, just as I was protected by this invisible shield, Colgate with Guardall forms an invisible protective shield around your teeth. Fights tooth decay.
I saw a guy do this in a toothpaste ad once. Ta-da!
It's real? I thought it was made up. Okay.